Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Sims 4 with the Baker family. And in this part, we are back with Yvette, Charles, Thomas, Madison, and the pets. And actually, I had something planned in mind, but when I loaded back with this household, Thomas was about to leave for work. So I thought, why not just follow him today into work? Because what I wanted to do actually today was to open up the bakery with Yvette and Thomas so that we could have Springfest free and not have to run the bakery on Springfest, because I thought that Yvette would actually enjoy spending that day with her granddaughter Madison rather than running the bakery and just talk to strangers and customers and just go hunting for eggs with her granddaughter and enjoy time with family basically. So I'm actually thinking that we'll still do that today because Thomas only works until 3 p.m. So we could actually go back to the bakery later today, prepare some baked goods, try to sell them as much as possible, or actually sell as many as possible. And then this way we can have Springfest free for tomorrow and just to spend the day with the family. I also wanted for Charles to finally retire, which I think we'll do as soon as we go back home. And we can also celebrate during Springfest the fact that Charles finally retired and has way more free time to spend with his family. But let's go ahead and focus a bit more on Thomas right now, because he has technically not his first day of work, but for us kind of. So anyway, we are greeted with this window here, which is clinical orientation. Welcome, Thomas Baker, to a vital and rewarding career in the field of medicine. Being new to the job takes some time getting familiarized with the location, the people, and the basic responsibilities of the profession. In time, with skills, dedication, and a passion to help his fellow Sims, Thomas will no doubt go far in his career. So right now we're just going to be playing in this hospital, which is the base game in a way hospital. At least, it's the hospital that came with Get to Work. But then I think as soon as he has less than an hour left for his job, I will replace it by the hospital that I talked about in the previous part that was built by ArchiSim. And I will leave a link in the description for you to go and check out the building video of that hospital, because it's way better than this one. But because I don't want to have any glitches, any problems right now, I'm not going to replace it right away. So he needs to deliver food to a patient, greet 2 coworkers, and grab a snack between seeing patients. Well then, let's go ahead and meet Sione Lefao over here. Let's do a friendly introduction. Here we have Naoki Hasagawa. Let's go and meet that person. And then we have the doctor over here, who is Tamati Famoana. Okay, we can also go ahead and meet the doctor. And then who are the patients? We have Lindsay Elias, Piers Delgato, and Lucas Munch. Okay, we can go ahead and give them some food later on, but let's first greet both our coworkers. Okay, we need to ask a coworker about their day. Let's see if we can do that. Ask about day. There you go. Let's try to get to know our coworkers as much as possible. I would have liked maybe for him to have some kind of romance going on at the hospital, but I don't see anyone that he would be interested in here, and we need to complain about work. You barely started working here, and I'm sure you enjoy your work quite a lot. But anyway, let's go and complain about work. I'd like to try and get the best performance as possible, so this way next time we'll go to the hospital, he'll be able to get promoted, because we need to attend an active work day at the Dr. Career venue 2 times. So today is the first time and next time will be the second time, so hopefully he'll be able to get promoted rather quickly. Let's go ahead and tell a gross joke to, what's their name? Sione. And let's do the same thing to Naoki. We can not ask about salary, let's go and discuss work. We could definitely get to know them maybe a little bit more. Also, something that I would have liked to do today, though I'm not sure we'll be able to, would have been to go to a bar with Zoe and Thomas. So that's... Actually, does he know Zoe? Because I didn't check. Yes, he does know Zoe and he's friends with her, so we could actually eventually go to a bar with her and see how their relationship goes. Maybe something can happen between them, or maybe not. We'll have to see, but I would like to just see them together and see how they're getting along. But I thought that we could have done that today, but because we already have quite a lot to do today, maybe this will be for next time, because I don't think we'll invite Zoe to Springfest tomorrow. Why do we have some trash over there? Is there a bin somewhere? Oh, the bin is way over there. Well then, he can take care of that later. We still need to chat with the coworkers. Heartfelt compliment. He's just getting to know the people that he's working with, though I'm pretty sure that next time we'll be back here, the coworkers will be a little bit different. Thomas is outgoing and he just acquired the charisma skill. Great. Alright, so now we need to deliver food to a patient and grab a snack between seeing patients. Let's go and give a snack to Lucas. Deliver food. I actually really like Lucas Munch. I think he's a really cute little sim. And he's all alone in his bedroom, so actually let's go ahead and spend some time with him. Give him some food. There you go. We need to chat with coworkers again. Let's go and chat with Tamati. Let's do a friendly introduction and then we can go ahead and grab a snack because he actually didn't have the time to take any breakfast this morning. As I said, I just barely load back in and there I was greeted with this window that asked me if I wanted to join Thomas into work or just send him alone. And of course I want to follow him into work. And so Springfest is happening tomorrow and we have the flea market in town. Alright, so he's chatted with Tamati. Let's go ahead and get a snack. Buy snack. Let's go for a sandwich. So now he needs to have a cup of coffee, chat with coworkers again. Let's go ahead and brew the coffee while you're eating the sandwich. Also, the hospital that was built by Arkisim is way brighter than this one when it comes to the lighting. This one is quite nice, but I don't know, it's very big, very open, and it takes a while to take a look at everything. So I'm quite excited to actually play in the new hospital. And look at him eating. There you go, you got your cup of coffee. Let's go back and talk to Tamati. Let's tell the not safe for work joke. And then we'll need to research some health reports online, which he actually does quite often at home. He needs to discuss work now. Discuss work. The first few levels, though, of the doctor career aren't the most exciting ones. It's just pretty much always doing the same thing, cleaning up puddles, making beds, delivering food. It's definitely not the most exciting process to go through, but he'll have to go up in that career. And definitely if he had gone through all of his years in college, he would have been able to start higher up in that career, but unfortunately things didn't happen this way for him, or unfortunately or maybe fortunately, because now he has his daughter, who actually, I checked her skills, because as I said, I really want for her to reach the level 3 of all of her skills. She's almost already at level 3 in the movement skills, so she's just spending all of her time dancing. Oh, and she's in a very bad mood. I'm just going to cheat her needs because she's supposed to be taken care of by her grandparents. Alright, let's continue talking to Tamati. Are you done with your cup of coffee? Because I'd like to move on to research health reports on the medical journal. Though I think you need to stop chatting, finish your coffee, and work on those health reports. There you go, he's done with the coffee, and then he needs to wash his hands. Definitely. Where do we have a sink over here? We have a sink there. Oh, actually he needs to pee, so by just going to use the bathrooms, he's going to wash his hands anyway. Oh, you didn't do the research health reports. We'll have to do that later. He has a couple hours left at work. Oh, and he's very uncomfortable because apparently the coffee was disgusting. Gross brew from drinking coffee. That coffee was gross. Ugh. And we need to ask another coworker about their day. But it could be nice actually maybe to go to the bar eventually with all of his coworkers and just have a group of friends at work. That would be nice. This is definitely something that I don't do enough with my Sims, it's socialize. Oh, and he has an hour left into work, so I will have to replace this lot with the lot that I was talking about, and I will show you this place very quickly. But we'll be playing in that new hospital next time we'll be here. And there you go, now he's focused. Mop up a puddle, well then. Actually, you know what? This puddle is right here, let's go and mop it up. There you go. So Thomas is done mopping up the puddles on the ground. So what I'm going to do is type in the cheats bb.enable free build. There you go. And then all you have to do is go into build mode. So that's pretty easy, but I guess if you've played Discover University, you probably know that cheat by heart by now. But if you didn't know, that's how you do it to be able to build on lots that you usually cannot build on. And it's also quite handy when you are camping in Granite Falls, or even in Salvadorada actually, because sometimes you have fires happening and you need to replace some objects and you cannot, or just if you forgot to renovate the place, and I don't know. No matter what happens, sometimes it can be quite handy to have this cheat to be able to modify the lots that you're on. But anyway, let me show you the hospital that I want to place in. So here's the hospital that was built by Arkisim, and you can find that hospital on the gallery by searching for Arkisim 7 or for the New Life Hospital. And it works just really well, and there's nothing missing. You can use this place really well. So what I'm going to do is just place the lot, and I'm going to place it... Actually, something that I should have done maybe is use the move objects cheat. We'll see. Let's go and place the lot furnished. Though there is actually an espresso coffee machine placed on this lot, and that actually doesn't count as drinking coffee, and this is something that you have to do quite often in this career. So I will just replace that thing and then we'll go back into live mode. There you go. So I've just put the hospital here and everyone respawned out there. So let me just give you a quick little tour of the place. So you have the entrance area here, and I love the fact that it's very green around. It's way better, I think, this way. So you have this waiting area, entrance area, I don't even know, welcoming area? I don't know, where you are welcomed in the hospital. You have this waiting area and this table here that came with my new pet stuff, my first pet stuff. I never use it, but I think in this place it just goes really well. So this is the waiting room. Then on the other side you have a bunch of flyers, newspapers and magazines to read. Over here you actually have, let me change my camera mode, there you go. You have this zone here to kind of decontaminate yourself. You can wash your hands here, and here you have the x-ray machine, and there you have the kind of analyzing room where you can analyze blood samples, or however it's called, medical samples, to figure out what's wrong with your Sims. You also have a couple of computers, and this is actually the room where you'll find the doctor the most often. Here you have a patient's room, you have another corridor here, you have one operating room here, which is actually enough because in the original hospital we have two, but it usually don't use both of these rooms, so having only one is quite enough. And I love also those green areas inside. Then here you have this room where I think you can test the stamina of the Sims, and it kind of looks like a gym area as well, though you cannot use these items as gym equipments. Then you have a couple bedrooms, you have this super suite here with an ensuite as well. I mean, every room has a shower, toilets, which kind of makes sense as well. You have those toilets here, which I think are more for the staff of the hospital, and you have also this very small kitchen. And usually if you download this build, actually you will have an espresso machine that takes both of those counters, but it actually, as I said, doesn't count as drinking coffee or brewing coffee, so I just replaced those by the coffee machine here, which is one of the most expensive, but I thought, why not? So there you go, this is the hospital, and it looks really, really nice, and also you still have those fountains all around. But yeah, I think it looks way better, and it's way more easy to move around, and it's more enjoyable as well to play in this place. So let's go back into live mode. We have so many people at the front here. So yeah, we need to ask a coworker about their day. We have less than an hour left. Let's go maybe and talk to Tamati. Can we ask about day? So I'm really excited to come back here next time and to play in this hospital. I think it's going to be way more fun. But yeah, let's just keep chatting with Tamati because we have an amazing performance and he's almost done with work. And then we'll go back to the house and I will have Charles retire, and then we'll go to the bakery. Thomas is done with work, so he did a fantastic job today, and he's earned 188 simoleons, which is definitely not a whole lot of money, but hopefully he's going to earn a lot more soon. So Thomas is just back home from work. I'm just going to pause the time quickly because we have this here. Oh, we apparently played 5 hours in this save. Great. And we have a poop right here. Let's go and throw that away. And I just saw that Noodle was actually sick, so I think before we go to the bakery I'm going to have maybe Thomas bring Noodle to the vet clinic to heal her. But first of all, let's have Charles call work and retire. This is a big day for him, and then tomorrow we'll throw a party to celebrate that with everyone during Springfest. So retire. Are you sure Charles should retire? Should he do so, a daily payment will be made each day based on his current hourly pay. Sure, he's been waiting for this day almost his entire life, so he's definitely really excited to finally do that. Charles retired as a senior manager. He will receive a pension check every day based on his salary at the time of retirement. Time to kick back and relax. Definitely. And look at that, he was actually in his PJs dancing with Mimi just around him. Where is Thomas? I think Thomas is done throwing away that poop, so let's see Noodle. Let's go ahead and take Noodle to the vet clinic. Poor little cat being so sad, so sick. But yeah, let's not take care of the garbage. It's nice, it's okay. Oh, we need also to give some food to the pets. Can Charles take care of this? Can we fill the bowl? Oh, he's actually taking a bath. He's just enjoying retirement already. Let's go ahead then fill all the pet bowls, Yvette, before we head on to the bakery. Hopefully we'll have the time to run the bakery a little bit. I might actually leave the bakery open a little bit later than I did last time. So we're gonna go to the vet clinic that I've placed in Newcrest. This one, the Green Acres Clinic. Here we are at the Green Acres vet clinic, which is actually a vet clinic that I've built, and I will leave a link in the description for you to go and check out the speed build if you're interested. But you have everything you need in this vet clinic, and it's actually really fun to play in as a patient or even as the owner of this place. But anyway, let's go ahead and sign in Noodle for curing sickness. Where's Noodle, actually? Oh, poor little thing. She seems to be so cold. Oh, and Rosie is sick as well. Oh, I'm so sad for her. I think it's because she's old, and that means that she's going to get sick a bit more quickly and often than most pets. Come on, Thomas, go here. Oh. We're gonna go for the expensive treatment. I mean, we have the money. And this way she doesn't have to wear the cone of shame. There you go, Noodle is all better now. So what we're gonna do now is just go to the bakery, though I'm just going to skip having Yvette and Thomas prepare all of the baked goods because it's not going to be the most exciting thing. So I'm just going to resume as soon as they're almost ready to open the bakery. Alright, so I was having Yvette and Thomas bake together, and Zoe just scolded Thomas asking him if she could come and hang out. So I'm going to say yes, and hopefully she's going to come at the bakery. Could be nice actually, because we could pretend that she came to check on the shop, or you know, she came here to pretend being shopping and also spend some time with Thomas. Also, I renovated very quickly the kitchen because I wanted for Thomas and Yvette to be able to bake together side by side, but apparently they really do not want to do that because they have 2 counters here that are free and empty and ready to be used, and also a couple of stoves there next to each other so that these two could have been baking next to each other, but apparently they do not want to do that. And Yvette is on getting to know Zoe. She would be definitely very interested. Why can't you? Everything's okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if I maybe have made a mistake by changing the way the kitchen is. At least, you know, they're using both the stoves together. Also, I'm probably going to have Thomas eat something very quickly while chatting to Zoe. Oh, and he just reached baking level 3. Thomas can now bake plain bagel, whole wheat loaf, fruit pie, blueberry bagel, peanut butter cookies, and onion bagel in the kitchen. He can also bake fruit tarts and fruit muffins at the cupcake factory. In addition, he can now decorate cookies, cakes, and cupcakes to improve their quality. Oh, really? Because we do have some cookies right there, so let's see. Oh, he can decorate them! Though, I'm actually going to pause the time quickly because I would like to put the... Can he decorate those? He can! So let's see if maybe Yvette could decorate the both of those. Oh, that's so cool! Decorate, come on! Are you done? No, he's still decorating. Oh, and it even changed. Okay, let's go and put that into the case. Set for sale. And there you go, it's decorated as well. So let's go into the kitchen as well. Let's have a quick meal. We can have just a ham and cheese sandwich, and we can also go ahead and talk to Zoe. Let's go and talk about the rain. At least you know they're friends already. So let's go put that as well in the case. There you go, set for sale. And I'm going to go ahead and open the store while Yvette goes and use the bathrooms to get ready for all of the customers that are going to come over. I mean, it's already 8 p.m. It's probably going to be opened quite late, but because tomorrow it's going to be Springfest and a lot of people are also going to be eating some baked goods, I think it's quite a good move to be opened that late a day just before Springfest, if that makes any sense. But let's have the two of them just chat. Let's tell an inside joke. Apparently they already have inside jokes. Discuss food flavors, and I'm sure that Thomas realizes that it's just his brother setting him up with someone else, but I think he kind of likes Zoe. He's quite, you know, he's trying to protect himself, especially because he has an alien daughter, and he would like to get to know Zoe a bit more before he introduces her to his family and to his daughter especially, because he's really worried on how Zoe is going to react about that news. Let's just try to improve their relationship. I guess maybe if they start flirting or something, they could go on a date and he could tell her about medicine. And I don't know how Zoe would react, if she would get angry, if she would get confident, if she wouldn't care at all. I don't know. And I hear a lot of people outside, but they don't seem to be coming in. Oh, there you go. There's Liliana here. What are you doing, Yvette? Come on, let's get something to eat very quickly. Let's get some cheese crackers. There you go. And then you can go ahead and greet the customer. And she wants to flirt with Charles. That's sweet. At least the way Thomas eats is not disgusting Zoe. Let's have a deep conversation. Do we know anything about her? No, we know nothing, so let's try to get to know her a little bit more. Let's share brilliant ideas, and we learned that Zoe is a goofball, that she's cheerful, discuss interests. And we could try also to make a sale. Let's go and greet customer. I mean, their discussion, their conversation is not romantic at all, so we could invite other people in. Let's have Yvette. Actually, how many people did she meet? Okay, so we need to greet more customers. Did you introduce yourself to the Zoe? Yes, she did. And let's also greet Darling and Dennis. Greet customer. Though I would have thought that maybe Yvette and Dennis and also Charles and Dennis would have known each other by now, because I think with Vivian Lewis they are the only elders in the world, and they're all living in Willow Creek, so maybe they actually have been living here their entire life and have known each other for a very long time. Maybe they even were friends when they were in school. Let's discuss shopping preferences. We just need to meet one more person. Well, we have Ayaka here. Let's greet customer, and then we'll be done with this milestone of her aspiration, which usually takes me so long. Liliana is actually quite close from buying something, so let's go and ask about the price range. And look at that, Thomas is still on talking to Zoe. I might actually give Zoe a makeover quickly. Not in this part though, but maybe for the next couple of parts. Maybe not for next one, but the part after that, maybe I will have given her a makeover. And there you go, milestone complete. And she needs to meet someone on 3 different locations, which she apparently already has done, and she also needs to achieve level 4 in charisma skills. So we need to chat with way more people and also chat in front of the mirror. Let's try to make a sale. Last time we sold so many things, and I'd like to do the same today. Okay, Thomas, can you clean this up? Because that's really disgusting. It's almost 12 p.m. We need to think about heading on back home. Let's ask about day to Zoe, I guess. Let's see. Did you meet Eva? Yes, you did. Discuss shopping preferences. Where's Liliana? Did she leave? No, she's right there because she was almost ready to buy something. Let's retail, answer questions. Ayaka, we could retail. Oh, yay! Liliana is on buying something. Great! Thomas, how are you? Okay, stop. You're not going to clean anything. Let's just go ahead and ring up the customer. And then you'll go ahead and clean that. Yvette is so tired though. Oh, I wanted to sell way more things at the bakery today. Alright, Yvette, I need for you to feel a little bit better so that you could at least make a couple more sales. 8 simoleons, great. Oh, she's going to make some coffee. Good idea. Thomas is going to take over, and Ayaka, I think, is pretty close from buying something, so let's go and greet the customer. If only we didn't have any... Oh, well, yay! Melee wants to buy something. Let's go and ring up the customer as soon as you're done cleaning. Usually when someone starts buying something, you have a bunch of Sims starting buying things as well. Poor Yvette, she's struggling. She's not used to going to bed so late. Let's have you chat with Darling, maybe. Retail, answer questions. Maybe Brittany Cho is going to buy something. Discuss shopping preferences. Is there someone else around? Dennis is still here. Alright, so Eva apparently also wants to buy something, so let's have Thomas take care of that. Where is she? Let's go here, ring up the customer. 23 simoleons? That's so much money! There's not much here that interests me, and the sales staff hasn't exactly been accommodating. I'll take my business elsewhere. Come on, darling, we've been talking to you this whole time. Though it's getting late. And Olivia, Spencer Kim Lewis is still awake at this hour. 8 simoleons. Well, we haven't sold as many things as I would have hoped to, but... Oh well, it's late, they're both really tired. We can maybe come here later tomorrow evening to sell a bit more baked goods maybe. We'll see depending on how the day goes tomorrow. 39 simoleons at least, it's quite well. I don't remember how much we made last time. I think we made 30 simoleons. Oh no, maybe we made 70 simoleons. I don't remember, but it's not that bad. So yeah, that's fine by me. But right now I'm just going to have both Yvette and Thomas go back home, and I'm going to resume tomorrow morning with the beginning of Springfest. It's the next morning and Springfest has begun, and Thomas is the first up. He needs to eat, he needs some fun, so what I'm going to have him do is go ahead and have some breakfast. Actually, let's have a quick meal and let's get some cereals. And then I'm going to have him listen to some music so that this can work on his fun need. And let's go and listen to... I think he liked hip-hop music, so let's go and listen to some hip-hop. What is Charles doing up? I didn't see him waking up. Oh, he needs to use the bathrooms, take a shower and all of that. Actually, let's go use the bathroom bathrooms, take a bath here, and then he can maybe go ahead and have some cereals as well. But something that I would like to do for Thomas later is to bake some baked goods, because this is something that he really likes from being a gluten, and this is going to work as well on all of the requirements for Springfest. And something that I will do quickly is plan a party for today to invite Henry and Lee at the house, though I actually deinstalled the mod that I had, which allowed us to throw some family reunion and all of that, because it wasn't working anymore. I guess that has something to do with the recent update for the Tiny Living Stuff pack. So what I'm going to do is just throw a simple house party, and we'll just invite Henry and Lee. So the hosts are going to be Yvette and Charles, of course, and the guests are going to be Thomas, Madison, Henry, and where is Lee? Lee over here. And you know what? Let's invite Zoe, because look at this relationship that he has with her. Let's go invite Zoe Patel as well. And yeah, I think that's it. We're going to throw the party at the house, and we're going to start, I guess 2 p.m. is fine. There you go. So everyone will arrive at 2 p.m., which is in 4 hours. So by then, hopefully we'll have a bunch of baked goods prepared and ready to be eaten. And I also would like to focus also on Madison, who also reached the level 3 of her movement skill yesterday. When we came back home, she was still dancing. So she reached the level 3 of her movement skill. Does she need to use the potty chair? Not really, but Yvette is up and she needs to use the bathrooms. Poor Yvette. So maybe as soon as you're done using the bathrooms, I could have you go ahead and have a quick meal. Let's get some cereals. Thomas, you're done. Let's go ahead and clean up the bowl here, which is also something that you need to do on Springfest. I set it up to cleaning as well. Your fun need is not that up. Maybe you can play with Mimi. I think playing with the pets actually works pretty well on the fun need, so let's go and play with Mimi. Where's Noodle? Noodle is asleep on the couch upstairs, and someone is calling Yvette. Oh, it's Henry! He would like for his mother to come over, but no, we're busy at the house and you will come over anyway. Also something that I thought could be nice, because as you can see, I've set it up for Springfest to require some gardening, and since Charles loves the outdoors, I thought that it could be nice for him maybe to purchase some seeds and plant them. So I'm going to have him plant some fruits, herbs, and maybe some vegetables as well. Things that he can use for cooking, and maybe that Yvette can use as well. So let's go and open the seed packet. Well, when he will decide to open them, apparently. Anyway, I'll focus on him later on. How is your fun need? Look at that! It's going up so quickly when you're playing with the pets. But let's go ahead and bake something. So he actually improved his baking skills, so let's see what he can do. We'll need definitely some fruits to be able to make the fruit pie, the fruit tarts, and the fruit muffins. We can maybe make a whole wheat loaf. Let's do that. And Yvette, of course, will be baking as well. And I will have both Yvette and Charles tell some stories maybe about the olden days, and maybe Charles about his retirement. That could be nice. Okay, Yvette, I would like for you to sit here. Or actually, you know what? Let's go upstairs and potty train Madison, because she's up and she doesn't really need to use her diaper, but she's really close from reaching the level 2 of the potty skill, so let's just focus on that very quickly. Thomas, you can reach the fridge, so let's go back here and bake some whole wheat loaf. Also, Charles opened up his seed packet. Let's go and clean that up. And look at that! So she's still dancing again. She loves dancing. Okay, so he has some spinach, some bell peppers, some sage, carrots, grapes, basil, and bananas, or plantains. Let's go make this side the vegetables and the other side the fruits, I guess, with the herbs. And then on the other side, yes, the house party is going to start in an hour. I don't really know where I'm going to plant the plantain. Maybe back here, or I don't know. We'll see that later. And Madison just reached potty level 2. And Charles just acquired the gardening skill. Great. And then you can go ahead and water everything. Alright, and Thomas is done with the baking. So, yes, he's accomplished that already. And let's go and put that there. Where is Madison? She's up there. Well, as soon as Yvette is done potty training her, she can go ahead and bake something. Oh, you know what? She can make a carrot cake, because we do have some carrots now. So let's go and put that carrot into Yvette's inventory, and let's have her make a carrot cake. Oh, and look at Thomas. He went upstairs to check up on his daughter. Well, he's going to give her some food. And I might have him actually go ahead and jog later tonight. And yes, let's start the party. So we also need to have Madison work on her thinking skill and her communication. Maybe she can talk to her uncles and Zoe as well today. Oh, actually we invited Zoe, but we didn't tell her that Madison was an alien. So you know what? Let's have Madison disguise herself. So this way you can actually see her disguise that I've set up for her. And I try to make her look as much as possible to her father. So yes, this is Madison. And I think I set up most of her outfits to look the same, either if she's an alien or a human. So there you go. This is Madison. And she's a little cute and all. So she wants to watch Thomas. She can do that later. But let's have Thomas put her into her high chair. Give food to Madison. Let's go and give her some cereals. And I think Noodle is eating the whole wheat loaf. No, no, no. Let's have Charles yell at Noodle. No, 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 no. Lecture about eating human food. Alright, so apparently Madison didn't want to go into her high chair. So she's just getting down the stairs to take her bowl of cereal. And Thomas is on chatting with Henry. So maybe Henry is just checking up on how is it going with Zoe. I saw that you invited her here. Let's not ask to be pushed on the swing, but let's go and gossip. And Yvette just reached baking level 6. She can make fudge bars, exotic fruit pie, shepherd's pie in a kitchen. She can also bake salmon croquettes and fruit scones at the cupcake factory. Look at Charles, he's just enjoying his time as a retired person. Also, I think you might have seen actually, no, it's Thomas, but Charles actually got 256 simoleons for his retirement pension. So let's have him actually tell a story to his son, tell a dramatic story about maybe an experience that he had at work. We can also put the carrot cake, I think, on the table. There you go. Let's have Yvette maybe invite Lee to chat, invite to dance. And let's invite Zoe as well into the conversation. She's apparently introducing herself to Noodle. Let's joke about politician. And Madison, she wanted to chat. Oh, Thomas and Charles became good friends. But she wanted to watch her dad, so she can do that. Let's go and watch. And we will definitely have to hunt for eggs. And so I'd like for her as well maybe to chat with Lee. Let's go and talk to stranger. He's not a stranger. Let's go and chat to Henry as well. Let's babble. So Thomas wants to share some brilliant ideas. Let's try to impress Zoe by sharing those brilliant ideas. Let's see, where is that? Share brilliant ideas. What is she doing? Noodle! She's scratching the couch. No. Lecture about scratching. She wants to have all of the attention on her. And there you go, everyone is around the table. That's actually really nice. Quite rare to happen in The Sims, but let's go and sit. What is Thomas doing? Oh, he's going to pick up his daughter. That's so sweet. I'd love to see him play with her because we've seen Henry play with Madison, but we didn't see Thomas play with his own daughter. Can you put her into the high chair rather than just picking her up and putting her down again? Is she babbling? She's babbling, there you go. Actually, let's have Charles complete the tell a story requirement. Let's have him do a cheerful introduction to Zoe, and then let's tell another story, tell a dramatic story again, and apparently someone has a good reputation and it's Charles. So let's try to just accomplish this one, and then I think he's going to go ahead and hunt for eggs with his granddaughter. Let's thank Zoe for coming. Oh, and definitely, let's grab a serving of your son's whole wheat loaf. Let's sing about Springfest. And let's have Thomas maybe tell another story. Let's tell an engaging story to Zoe and maybe do the same with Henry. Let's tell him a dramatic story and we can maybe tell a funny story to Lee. Because this is also something that apparently Thomas really likes. He likes that from being outgoing. Yvette, she likes telling stories as well, so let's go and do that with Zoe. Let's discuss interest with Zoe, and I don't know why, but sometimes Madison seems to be afraid or scared of something, and I don't know what she's afraid of. She seems to be startled by something. Okay, Charles, you're pretty close from being done telling your stories. Come on, let's tell a funny story to Zoe. And there you go, he accomplished this. So finish your food so that you can go ahead and hunt for eggs with Madison. And let's enthuse about interest with Zoe, I guess. Thomas needs to tell way more stories to be able to accomplish this one. And there you go, he accomplished this. Alright, so let's have Madison hunt for egg in the couch. Let's have Charles hunt for egg on this armchair here. And let's have Yvette hunt for egg into this armchair here and see if she finds something. Madison found something! She found this decorative egg. Good. She's getting hungry though. Maybe we should try and find a couple more eggs. Let's go and hunt for eggs here in the plant. Let's have Charles hunt for eggs in the bookshelf. And apparently we have some books that need to be cleaned up, so let's have Yvette do that. But I will have also to have Yvette tell some more stories because the party is almost over. Let's tell a dramatic story again, maybe. Did Madison find something else? Yes, Madison is actually really good at finding eggs. Charles found one as well. Let's have Charles tell us a joke. Joke about old times with his son. Madison, what are you doing? She's going to eat the cereals. Yes, she's hungry. I'm going to leave her be. She's almost completed this requirement for the holiday. Can you hunt for eggs somewhere? Let's go have Thomas hunt for eggs in the plant here. And he'll need to use the bathrooms as well. So let's go ahead, use the bathrooms. Madison is having so much fun here. Yvette, you need to tell stories. So let's go and chat with Lee. Let's go ahead. I'm actually going to pause the time. No, the party is over. Let's tell a funny story to Lee, and maybe we can try to stop Zoe from leaving by telling her another funny story. Let's have Henry also, I don't know, sing about Springfest. Because so far, Yvette is the only one who's not really having a wholesome time. Maybe she can tell the story to her husband. Tell an engaging story to Charles. Madison, you need to find a couple more eggs. Let's see, maybe if you go into this plant, let's try to hunt for eggs in this plant. And see if you find something. There you go. She's having a gold holiday. But everyone is leaving. Or actually Lee is going into the bookshelf. And then Yvette, I will have for you to clean this up. And we apparently also have some laundry to do. So let's go and search pockets, do laundry, add to washing machine. Thomas, let's go and hunt for eggs with your daughter. Let's go outside. Let's go here and let's have Madison go here as well. And maybe they can play outside together. It's quite cold, but they can do something outside. I'm actually really excited to play with the kiddie pool because it's been a while since I've used this kiddie pool. And also let's have Charles maybe add some seedbirds or bird seeds rather, and maybe he can hunt for eggs a little bit more, or maybe he can spend some time with his wife because she wanted to flirt with him yesterday, so maybe they can just have a little bit of a romantic time together. Alright, so Madison just got back here in the backyard, so let's have Thomas hunt for eggs on this bush. Let's have Madison hunt for eggs and hunt for eggs on this one. Can we use the rocks? No, we cannot. And where is Yvette? Yvette, you need to start the laundry. Wash the laundry. And then you're gonna go ahead and maybe flirt with your husband. Share a secret maybe with Charles and woohoo in the shower. No, let's go ahead and tell a gross joke. We can definitely woohoo later, but she apparently really wants to woohoo in the shower. But let's go ahead and tell a funny story and joke about politicians. Let's try to tell another story. Tell an engaging story. And there you go, she's having an amazing holiday. Madison completed the hunting for eggs requirement. Thomas is eating. Maybe I could have him try to find a couple more eggs. And Charles is having a very good time. Though Madison is really hungry, but she's on eating a slice of carrot cake, and hopefully this is going to help her a little bit. Oh, Henry wants to go to the bar, to the rattlesnake juice bar. I'm quite tempted to say yes, actually. You know what? Let's go to the bar. He needs to take a shower, but that's fine. And we're going to go ahead with Zoe and maybe with Lee. Oh, Lee isn't available apparently. Well, we can go with Zoe. We just arrived at the Rattlesnake Juice Bar, and I guess Lee was probably busy with work. Maybe there was an event or, I don't know, gallery opening somewhere that he had to attend, so he couldn't be here tonight. But maybe Henry also wanted to know how things were going with Zoe and Thomas. You know, he's this kind of, he likes gossiping with people about romance and their love life basically, and now that his brother might have something going on with Zoe, he's really interested about that, and also he's the one who set them up together, so he's definitely very curious. But let's go chat a little bit with Henry. Let's tell an engaging story. And can we hunt for eggs here? Rummage for food. Let's go and hunt for eggs. And then we can definitely go ahead and get a drink. And I think Zoe went inside. She went to get a drink as well, so we could actually join her. Okay, let's stop chatting with your brother and this stranger guy, Rodrigo Rector. And I think he just completed the hunting for eggs. There you go. So let's go inside and order drink. Order drink for the group. Let's see, we can get an EAPA. And he's on the road to fame apparently. How much fame did that get him? Oh, not that much, that's fine. And because it's bear night, they're just going to feel tense. Thankfully, Zoe apparently is feeling playful. Could be nice to chat with her. Why are you going away? Come on, make some funny faces with Zoe. Get your drink first and then try to chat with Zoe a little bit. Did Henry get his drink? I feel like he didn't get his drink. There's this guy, Eli, to whom apparently everyone wants to chat with. Why? Who is that person? You didn't get your drink! But I told you not to chat with this guy. I don't know who that is. Why are you chatting with strangers? Let's just go inside. You know what? Let's go sit and chat here, all together inside. Come on, let's go inside. I don't know who this Eli guy is. He just popped up from nowhere. Oh, and he doesn't have a drink. Let's joke about old times with Henry. And Zoe is so far away. You should definitely go and sit just in front of her or next to her so that you can chat with her. Let's chat with Zoe. Let's tell a funny story. And I'm wondering, do we want for the two of them maybe to be a little bit romantic with each other? Though, because they are in a group conversation, I don't think this is going to be a good idea. Let's share brilliant ideas. Though, we have to think about heading on back home because he does work tomorrow. Well, he's not that tired, but maybe in a few minutes we'll have to head on back home because otherwise he's going to be very tired tomorrow for his second day of work. Let's tell Night Rager's story. And also, I don't know if when he'll get promoted because he will definitely get promoted tomorrow. If he'll still have his Wednesdays and Thursdays off, I'm not sure. But if he does, we can definitely open the bakery on these 2 days. Well, his relationship with Zoe is going up quite well. Let's brighten day. Henry, let's flash crazy eyes. I really want for you to leave the conversation though. Eli Donald. Does he know everything about Zoe actually? Oh, finally this Eli guy left. Let's get to know Zoe a little bit more. Oh, actually, let's ask about her career. Did she get a career since the last time we asked her? They're having a very funny conversation. Let's tell a funny story. Oh, Thomas has learned that Zoe is a fry cook at Hamburger Man. Is that a part-time job? But apparently she likes food too, if she's working in that place. Or maybe it was because she needed a job. It's still a dramatic story. Alright, so Springfest is over and it was successful for everyone. So everyone is going to be in an amazing mood tomorrow. And Zoe just became good friends with Thomas, which is great. And we also learned that Zoe is clumsy. Good to know, but it's time, I think, to say goodbye to Zoe. And we'll have to go back home because it's 2 in the morning. And in any way, the outing just ended, so... And Edith Ward just arrived and I just do not want to be in the same room as her. So let's just go home and I'm going to end this part here, you guys. So next time we'll be going back to work with Thomas and hopefully be able to run the bakery again. Though I also really want to be able to focus a bit more on Madison and work on her skills. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching this video and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye everyone!